Friday. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here for another episode of Post Review Friday. If you're new to my channel, Post Review Friday is probably exactly what it sounds like, but it is a series on my channel where I talk about my most recent finish, and I give you the good, the bad, the ugly, all that fun stuff. So today we're going to be talking about Candi by hannahlynn. This kit is from diamondartclub, which means that unfortunately it is discontinued. diamondartclub and hannahlynn no longer licensed together, but you can get hannahlynn diamond paintings elsewhere. She has her own company. She's also licensed with Dreamer Designs. She is licensed with Diamond Painting Shop. She is licensed with, there's another one. I think there's another one. If you guys can remember the name of that shop, definitely leave it down in the comments. I don't know that I've seen this diamond painting licensed anywhere else at this point, but that doesn't mean that it won't happen in the future. This one is a 60.8 centimeter by 42.6 centimeter, and it is a round drill canvas. I started this one on October 24th, and I finished it on October 28th. Now, this was not in my plans. It actually wasn't even on my mind until my my previous finish to this one, which was the site from Dreamer Designs. That one took me a bit longer than I was expecting, and I knew I wasn't going to have time to finish the larger diamond painting that I wanted to work on, which was Ghost Cafe from diamondartclub. That one is a square. It's pretty big. I just knew that I wasn't going to have enough time in what was left of October to complete that one, which those of you that have been around for a while, you know, I'm pretty strict with myself on finishing diamond paintings within the month. I do not like to carry diamond paintings over from month to month. That is absolutely personal preference. But I was looking for something that I knew I'd be able to finish with the remainder of October. And that's this one. So I mentioned in a recent whip and chat, like, what do you think I should do? Should I just work on a set of mini dazzles? Should I take some time off? What should I do? And I was prompted to check in my stash by a comment where the person said, don't you think you have something small in your stash that would fit? Or something along those lines. And I was like, you know what? You must be right. Because I feel like I have to have something Halloween-y that would fit into the remainder of the month, and I did. So this one actually ended up not being in my inventory, which is why I forgot about it. I do have an inventory spreadsheet. I actually just did a video updating that on Wednesday of this week, if you're interested in checking that out. I have at least one, maybe two full in-depth videos about my diamond painting inventory. But this one ended up not being in my spreadsheet because it was sent to me as a gift, and I had intentions of unboxing it at on the channel at some point, and I just never did. So it was still wrapped in the plastic, meaning the sticker sheet and all that fun stuff was still inside the box. So if it's still in the box, it's not on my mind to put into the inventory. So that's how this one slipped by just a little bit, but I had kind of pulled it out. It was sitting out versus under my large kit storage, so it was accessible, and I was kind of just looking and I was like, oh my gosh, this one's perfect. It's a hannahlynn. I know those go by really quickly, at least for me. There's a lot of color blocking. It's a really great size, and I love all the colors. My last few diamond paintings have been either dark or very neutral palettes, pastels and stuff like that. I haven't had a really fun, bright diamond painting in a bit, and this one just kind of checked all the boxes. It was a good size. It was a great artist, artwork that I like to work on. It had lots of color blocking, and it was very colorful. So that's this finish. This is my third finish for October, and I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I really enjoyed working on this diamond painting. Sorry, I just lost my voice there for a second. I really enjoyed working on this diamond painting. I honestly do not have very many complaints. I think she rendered so well. You know, the blush of Hannah Lynn's, it kind of looks a little pixely when you're up close, but I think it kind of blends in nicely once you pull away. I always love doing the hair on the Hannah Lynn's. I think the colors are always so fun. We have the little pumpkins down here. We have a piece of candy. She has a witch's hat on. She's got these like Beetlejuice-ish gloves that she has on here. She's got fun eyeshadow. I just think that this one really was a perfect finish for the month of October. Did I actually write? I didn't. I did not write anything down that I didn't like about this diamond painting. I will say that I had a little bit of trash. Something that I noticed the most with this one was extra pieces of the drill material, which isn't something that I'm really used to with Diamond Art Club. I'm very used to drills that have like little holes in them. That's pretty standard with Diamond Art Club, but you can see all these like oblong shape pieces here. I'm not really used to those with Diamond Art Club drills, but this is an older kit. You can see with the sticker sheet here, obviously I've already trimmed the labels off, but this is definitely the old style sticker sheet. So this kit has been around for a bit. I don't know exactly when this one came out, but it's been around, okay? But I do think that she turned out so well. I really, like I said, I have no complaints to talk about. I only feel bad that this one is discontinued and you cannot get your hands on it anymore unless you're able to locate it in a D-stash, which is definitely possible. I just think she came out so well. Now, like I mentioned, this took me roughly 4 days to finish. I worked in columns from right to left. They were, how big is this diamond painting? My columns were about 15-ish centimeters wide. So I had 4 columns this way, and then my rows were 20 centimeters tall. So there were 3 rows across. So I was finishing roughly a full column a day. There were some days where I was working on maybe like a column plus 1 section, so it would make the last day's work a little bit shorter. It just depended on how much time I had to diamond paint. But if you're someone who loves color blocking and you've never tried a Hannah Lynn, I highly recommend giving her diamond paintings a try. Now, I have not finished her artwork from anyone else. Is that right? I know I have one of her pieces from Oraloa. Oh, Oraloa was the other place she's licensed. I know I have one from her from Oraloa that I have not worked on. I have not picked one up from Dreamer Designs. Oh, I have finished one from her from Diamond Painting Shop, which was also fairly color blocky. So it seems like for the most part, her diamond paintings are going to be fairly color blocky. I can't speak to the kits that come directly from her company, which is hannahlynn Diamond Paintings. I also can't speak for the ones that come from Dreamer Designs, but if you look at her images and if you look at the rendering, I feel like for the most part they are pretty color blocky, which if you're someone who's comfortable with using a multi-placer, you can move through those sections fairly quickly. It's not a race, I know, but sometimes I just like to have those quick finishes in my back pocket, and this one was definitely that. As far as the drills otherwise, aside from the trash, the drill quality was fine. I had plenty of everything. This one had 3 ABs and 1 fairy dust drill. I did like the AB placement. There was a red AB, there was a white AB, which is most of the white that you see in this canvas. It's actually all of the white that you see. So her gloves, the white in her hat, her eyes, and then the little kind of floating stars. Those are all the white AB. The red/orange is in the pumpkin, a little bit in her hat, and then there is some, no, there's not, I lied. I thought there was some back here, but there is some in the candy corn on her hat. And then the other AB was a green, which is in her hair. So it's kind of like a tealy mint type of green color. And then the fairy dust is this lime green that you see in her hair, her eyeshadow, and then kind of in the background. So I did really like the special drill choices for this one. I think it added to the diamond painting versus sometimes there can be too many and it can kind of take away from the overall finish. All in all, really enjoyed this diamond painting. I'm so glad I was able to fit it in. I definitely felt like I needed that bright, fun color diamond painting before I start moving into some of my darker-ish diamond, maybe not darker, but like neutrally type of diamond paintings. As far as my accessories, I need to grab one thing from over here. As far as my accessories for this diamond painting, I used, oh gosh, excuse me. If you saw my recent small shop spotlight where I did a pen haul from O'Brien Custom Turning, I ended up being able to use this pen. The colors are almost perfect. There's an orange, a pink, there's a little bit of purple, there's some blue. So the colors were just perfect for this one. So sorry about that. I just had a coughing fit and I did not want to cough on camera again. So sorry for the break there. But my pen, perfect. I used this blue tray from Unimade only for the 310. There is a lot of 310 in HannaHlynn images just from the outlining. So I did use this big tray, but for all the other fun colors, I used my new set of mini trays from Forever Young. I did share these in my recent Amazon haul and I love them. They're so cute. If you want to see them in action, I did use them in this week's Whip and Chat. And even though they're small, you can still very easily get a 7-placer in here and it holds, you know, it holds drills. It's not going to hold the most drills, but it definitely holds enough for a small section. So I really enjoyed working with these. The putty that I used is Pumpkin Ginger Streusel from Crafts with Crashly. And then my cover minder is this Halloween Town one, which I love. This is my favorite Halloween movie, and it matched like perfectly with my pen. I mean, come on. Is that like a perfect match or what? I love it. I believe this one is from Galloway's Gallery. So that is going to do it for today's Post Review Friday. I loved this diamond painting. It was just a lot of fun to work on, and like I've already said, I'm really glad that I was able to fit this one in. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!